Alright, in this video I'm going to show you guys how to train your bird to talk on cue. And to show you guys how to do this, I'm going to use my African Grey. And instead of me introducing you guys to her, I'll let her introduce her to you guys. Smokey, say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Good. What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Smokey.
Good. Say that again. What's Dance? What's your name?
My name is Smokey.
Good girl. Alright, so when I was training Smokey, she started chirping a lot. So I thought this would be a great opportunity for me to train her to talk on cue, to chirp on cue actually. And in order for you to train your bird to speak on cue, they first need to learn how to talk. And the best way to train a bird to talk is if you talk to them like you would a baby. Don't repeat a word to the bird over and over again, because that way they just get bored and they just block out that word that you're saying because it becomes background noise. Instead, talk to them like you would a baby. And in Smokey's case, she learned how to chirp by copying wild birds. There you go. Good girl. And she started doing this a lot. So I thought, you know, if I just sit down with her and I chirp, she just chirped back with me. So I decided to take out my clicker, and whenever I chirped, she chirped back. So I would keep on chirping and wait for her to chirp back. And whenever she did, I used my clicker and I clicked immediately after she chirped after me. And then I would give her a treat reward. Good girl. And right now the bird is just repeating after me. There's no command that's associated with this. Good girl. My purpose right now is just to try to get the bird to keep on doing this behavior. I want her to keep on chirping. Good girl. Because I want to eventually capture this behavior on cue. For me to do that, I want her to keep chirping and chirping and chirping. If she doesn't chirp automatically, just keep on repeating the word. After she learns the word, you want to repeat it during the training session. Wait for her to chirp and reward with a treat. And in the beginning stages of training, it's really important for you to reward anything that is remotely close to what your target behavior is. So the target behavior in this case is for Smokey to chirp. Good girl! And when she does, I reward her with a treat. It doesn't matter if her chirp is a little off from mine. As long as she attempts to do it, I want to reward that. And if you don't reward these small little steps during the initial training, the bird will just stop doing the behavior and you can't reward anymore. And you can't train the bird anymore to do that behavior because she stopped doing it. So you want to keep on rewarding her for any small steps that she makes in the training session. Now, my goal later on is to train Smokey so that she so that she chirps whenever she hears the word chirp. So, I want her to keep doing this behavior. Good girl. And eventually, I can predict when she's going to do that behavior. And right before she does it, I can put in the command, the cue, chirp. Good girl. At first, she has no idea what chirp means. She just knows that, hey, you know what? The only thing I've been doing is chirping, and this has been earning me a reward the whole time. So I'm just going to chirp the whole time. Chirp. Good girl. And right after she does it, and I can use any word. If I want to use, like bird, I can use that, and she'll just chirp anyways. Bird. Good girl. And when she does it, I reward her with a treat. But in my case, I want the cue to be chirp. Good girl. So whenever I say chirp, and she chirps back at me, all I do is I click the clicker, and I give her a treat. And over time, the bird learns that, you know what, whenever I hear the word chirp, and I chirp, then I get a treat for it. So she keeps on doing this more and more, and she learns in the end that, hey, you know what, when I hear the word chirp, I get a reward. It's that simple. So that's basically it, and you've taught your bird how to chirp on command. Chirp. Good girl. So again, I want to point out two really important things that I highlighted in this video. One, reward for any small step that she makes towards the target behavior. So even if she just chirped a little bit, or even if her chirp is a little off from mine, I'd still reward. Smokey chirp. Good girl. Any small step that she makes, I reward her for it. And in the end, I want to also I want to keep the training session not too long. For example, I've been training Smokey right now for about 4 minutes. I want to train no more than about 15 minutes. The reason for this is because if I keep the training session too long, the bird loses interest and she becomes frustrated. And when she becomes frustrated, I get frustrated because it becomes more frustrating for both of us. And you don't want to end your training session on a bad note. You always want to end on a good note. And the best way to do this is keep the training session short so that she ends on a good note. And when she does, chirp, very good. You give her a jackpot reward in the end. This way, the next day you start training again, the training session, she remembers is something that's really positive, something really fun, so she likes training. And that's what training should be. It should be fun.